Hey everybody, welcome in. I think I got all the highs out there. If I missed anybody, just yell at me. Downloading Cyberpunk, ooh. I actually really liked Cyberpunk. I had fun with that one. And I played 1.0, so when it first came out, glitches and all, it was an enjoyable time. I've been watching a couple other people play it recently, and they've fixed pretty much everything that I saw that was wrong. Where do you buy a gift for a pig? Amazon. Nice. All right. Thanks, Ducky. I appreciate the second joke. You can never have too many good puns. So this was an interesting weekend. As a heads up for next week, I have a new kitten. She's very tiny, and she's only 4 months old. Stayed away until, yeah. It's gonna be good, you're gonna like it. But since we have a cat that's about, what is she, like 16, 17 months? We're doing the slow intro, and so since current cat usually uses this area, It's going to be at least a week before I get Tiny Kitten down here on camera. Eventually. Eventually you'll all get to see Tiny Kitten. I'll post some pictures around at some point over in, for those of you that know Savior, his Discord, and Zester, and Selphea. I can't remember where I met everybody at, but I'm sure I share a Discord with most of you. At least one. Should we play a game? Let's play a game. We're gonna get the intro, because I did fresh file.
The world is plagued by the Blight Storm, a vile cycle of destruction ravaging everything in its path. The only safe haven is the smoldering city where the mysterious scorched queen reigns. You are one of her viceroys, a pioneer sent into the wilds, tasked with establishing new settlements and acquiring valuable resources for the crown. Your goal is to help rebuild the smoldering city and secure the future of the Queen's subjects.
Oh, I thought that was longer. All right. Oh, you haven't seen this? Oh. So when I first started streaming, this was the game that I played. It was super early access when I started it, so I figured we'd go full-on tutorial again. It is essentially a roguelike city builder. So you play a map that takes a couple of hours, and then you start a new one. And you get some meta points for upgrades and things. Neglecting your village will increase the queen's impatience and bring her wrath upon you. This is how you lose. This gets full, you lose. Fulfilling your duties will increase the town's reputation, unlock new buildings, and eventually bring you victory. This is how you win. Red bad, blue good. Now choose a blueprint, select the crown icon. All right, so buildings. We have some basic things that we can build. Actually, we have nothing we can build. I take that back. Since we're doing the tutorial, we have nothing. The game's like, you're brand new. Here, learn how to do a woodcutter's camp. Once you build this, you'll be able to actually get wood. Which kitty is harder to manage? That's a tough call. New kitty is extremely social. So she wants to play and get out and, you know, enjoy your presence. Old kitty is actually scared to death. She's 3 times the size of new kitten, but is not used to anything new ever. So they're just polar opposites for management types. Oh yeah, oh. So Bella, current cat, when we got her, we had to put her in a room with all of her stuff and a box that was like her safe space. She wouldn't even come out to see us. Like, we were the scary things. She just wanted to stay in her box and do nothing. And that was for a very long time. It took, I'd say, a month before she really even got used to us being a part of her life. And even now, she doesn't like to be in the upstairs. So she's like a basement cat. Because there's just too much going on up there if we're around. She'll go up there and like sit in windows and things, but she'd rather be in the basement and just sit at the windows there. She is extremely skittish. If people come over, she is gone. Build a woodcutter's camp and explore the forest. You have to keep the fire going at all times. I don't know if you're allowed to lose the tutorial. Yeah, she is the most skittish cat. Can I build 2 of these? Oh, I'm gonna build 2. Like I said, I don't think it'll allow us to lose, but what do I know? Here. Everyone else is just gonna sit around and start building some roads. I know it hasn't told me to yet, but... Oh, I'm doing a terrible job. I'm trying to build straight lines, and it's not working very well. There we go. Periodically, you'll be assigned new orders from the Citadel. Select the envelope icon in the upper right-hand corner to check the objectives. Place 2 woodcutter camps and produce 10 wood. I can do that. So we're gonna put a bunch of people in here. They're gonna cut down trees. Once we have enough trees, it should tell us to start building houses. There it is. You did it! We got 3 more beavers and reinforced axes. Woodcutter camp's production is 35% quicker. Now we need to open 2 glades. Beavers are better at woodcutting. Everybody has a specialty. And we learned shelter. Non-specific shelter. I'm gonna turn up the speed a little bit. You can go up to 3 times speed, which we'll do later. But since we're doing a tutorial, I'm not gonna overdo it. Probably don't need to read all these. Although you're surrounded almost entirely by thick forest, there are smaller and bigger glades around your starting location. To establish a successful settlement, you'll have to cut your way through to them. Glades can contain resources, treasure, fertile soil, ruined buildings, and more. Use the tree marking tool to point your woodcutters to specific areas of the forest they should prioritize. The best rewards come from dangerous or forbidden glades, marked with a skull icon, but these always have at least one dangerous glade event within them, which will require you to deliver certain goods or complete a challenge to complete them. And you are on a time limit for those challenges. Yep, so it drops you in the middle of the forest, and you're completely surrounded by the glades. Here, this is the skull icon. Since we're in tutorial forests, that's the only one. But this is where we're gonna find more stuff. Here we go, we found some eggs and some roots, so we have more access to food. Because we will have to eat. Did I not do this right? Oh no, they're going. Alright, everybody's got houses. I'm just waiting for them to uncover one more glade so that we can get the next order done. Tutorial is a little bit different than the main game in that it's taking us step by step. Once we're doing a level on our own, all of this is just happening at once. Oops, I didn't read it first. Sorry. Because we did that, we got 3 more humans and 30 more food. Next up is build a forager's camp so that we can collect vegetables. So, because we completed a thing, we got another building, which is the forager's camp, which we're gonna build right next to these, because that's what it wants us to build. I'm gonna put another shelter down because we just got more people. And they don't have anywhere to live. You can see the bottom here. Number of homeless people. Each house fits 3 people. Oh, glade events. All right, this is sort of a glade event. We can either break it open and get some bricks and some berries. The goal is to fill up this bar. There's several ways to do it, but the only one they're offering to us right now is to complete the 7 main objectives. Because there's 7 points, and each of these objectives is going to give us 1 reputation. However, this is a good example. Small abandoned cache. We can break it open and take the stuff, or we can send to the Citadel, which would give us reputation and money. So this is another way to get reputation. We should not send it to the Citadel because we're doing the tutorial. If we weren't doing the tutorial, we'd be on more of a time limit and we'd want to do that. Sorry, I was just getting rid of that tooltip. Alright, we're just waiting for them to gather 3 more vegetables so we can turn this one in. Hi, kitten. You gonna come hang out? She's gonna come hang out. Like I said, since we got the new cat, she has not been very chill. But she's finally settling down, so today she's good. She's just been on high alert. Not like she's been bad. She's just been on high alert. I get concerned for her. All right. We finished it. And we'll get the perk Giant Vegetables, +1 to vegetable production. So instead of getting 1 at a time, we'll get 2. That's twice as much food. Stonecutters Camp. Build a Stonecutters Camp to collect clay. Get building, Stonecutters Camp. And you can see it marks where we can collect it at. So this is clay. When we click on this building, it goes, hey, here's clay. So it's easy to see. We can probably go ahead and start opening up more glades, huh? Just get all these open so we can see what's in all of them. Oh, they already got 5 clay. That was fast. Harvester's Camp to collect 5 fiber. So we collect the clay mainly for bricks for higher tier buildings. Harvester's Camp to collect fiber so that we can make fabric, again for higher tier buildings that we don't have access to yet because we're in tutorial mode. I think there's 1 more tutorial after this. I think they do 2 tutorial levels. Okay, this one we found flax, which is more of the fiber, and clay, which is more clay. There's some more roots so we don't run out of food. This one has some clay, worm tongue nest, which is food, and a small encampment where we can get more people if we wanted them. Also up here you'll see we have newcomers that have arrived. We can bring in more people if we wanted to. It won't be necessary for this level, but we will need to do that in the future. Oh, I need to turn in this order. All right, we collected our 5 fiber. We turn this in. That's going to give us one more victory point. Here we go. Building blocks. Produce 4 planks, produce 4 bricks, produce 4 fabric. So we need wood to turn into bricks. Sorry, wood to turn into planks, the clay to turn into bricks, and the flax, which is fabric, or flax, which is brain no worky properly. Crude workstation. All right, so we build a crude workstation. I need to clear out more trees so that we have room for all this stuff. I don't have the option to put people there yet. All right, I'm gonna bring in some newcomers that aren't gonna have houses yet. All right, we are about to enter the storm. So there's 3 cycles. So this little blue circle goes around. Oh, For the King is a great game. All right, plant fiber. So we're collecting plant fiber to turn into fabric. And this is where we're gonna get our upgrades. So now we're in the storm. During the storm, everybody's a little bit less happy. We're not too worried about it right now. Again, it's tutorial. It doesn't want to let... Actually, it's not letting bad things happen. I don't think I noticed that before. Yeah, like real-time Frostpunk. That is an apt descriptor. Frostpunk was another good game. Difficult, but good. Okay, this hasn't been brought up yet, but at the beginning of each year, we get a new cornerstone, which is just a perk. And the longer the game runs, the harder it's going to get. Exploration contract. The Royal Academy wants a detailed map of the region and will supply anyone willing to help. Gain 20 reeds and 20 clay for each discovered glade. Or carpenter's tools. Building materials are the foundation of every settlement. Production is 50% quicker in the building crude workstation, which is what we're working on right now. So let's take that. Now this will be that much faster. We're extremely limited on what we're allowed to do right now. I have to admit, they did a fantastic job on the tutorial. Oh yeah, Frostpunk 2 is in the works. Do we have a release date for that? Or have we heard anything about a early access version? Even a demo? Alright, as soon as they finish these last 2 things, the next quest is going to be to open up this dangerous glade. Right now, the game is holding our hand. As soon as we open this up, we'll have our first moment of non-hand-holding on your ownness. Yeah, that was a big descriptor when I first saw this, was it looks a lot like Warcraft. Like, oh, you're cutting down trees and you're trying to get access to mines and yeah, that sort of stuff. Hey, Bongo, how's it going? Welcome in. What are you up to tonight? What do you got going on your primary monitor? Building blocks. All right, we finished all of our stuff. We're going to get some parts. We're going to get another 50% increase to our crude workstation. And our last job. Here we go. Dangerous glade. Cut through the forest to discover the dangerous glade. Change scrolls to fabric in the ancient shrine. Change the resource from scrolls to fabric. Okay. It's teaching us how to beat it. That's why that's there. This won't show up again. This is a purely tutorial thing. Deliver an ancient tablet, which is going to be what we get when we beat this. Okay. Our first real opportunity to choose a bonus. We can pick a specific type of house. When you have specific housing types, I can't click the button to show you. It makes them happier. So if we had human houses, their resolve would be higher. We haven't been introduced to resolve yet, though. The game is going to auto-pause when we get this glade open, because there's going to be something dangerous in here. Press space to resume. All right. This is the Ancient Shrine, an ominous shrine from a long-forgotten era. It's dangerous, but it might hold some ancient knowledge useful to the crown. If we don't finish it in the next 44 seconds, which we won't, Curse of the Forefathers. Disturbing the ruins of the great civilization can have grave consequences. Kills 3 random villagers. 3 people are gonna die. All right. Where all my planks go? Guys? Did you not deliver those yet? They're on break. I guess I'll have them deliver wood just to make sure. And for the quest, we had to change this to fabric. I guess that's fine. And then we need to put people in here to work on it. So we're gonna send everyone that's available. So once they have brought the required goods there, it will take them 30 seconds to complete. And then we'll get the reward, an ancient tablet. Missing 1 or more required materials. I know. I'm fully aware. All right, normally you can press the button in advance, but it looks like it doesn't want us to do that right now. As soon as they... There we go. Okay, now we can investigate it. Now they'll start carrying the goods. This is gonna trigger in 8 seconds. And then it's gonna murder some people. A stonecutter has died, a forager has died, a craftsman has died. Losing people makes the queen more impatient, which increased the red bar, which is the bar that makes us lose. So getting people killed makes this go up. But we're about to win. All right, job is complete. One of them, the beaver, is carrying back the ancient tablet, and as soon as he does, we'll turn this in. That's our last victory point. Deliver. This village has been secured, but there is one more test of your skill. We gained 14 experience points, 10 food stockpiles, these are the meta resources, and access to all of the buildings that we unlocked. So much death, yeah. Normally you want to try and avoid having people die. Oh, straight into it. All right. When you complete a quest, it goes to the next one for the tutorial. Normally you'll get an overworld map, but we'll get to that next time. Sacrifice to gain victory. Sometimes you do have to sacrifice to gain victory. More on that later. Hey, Zester. Welcome back, brother. How was Lethal Company? Did you enjoy it? It was good to see you back. Villagers with low resolve will start leaving, increasing the queen's impatience. -1. They're not happy. I just refer to this as happiness. And a lot of giggles, I'm sure. I've never played it myself, but I've seen quite a bit of it. Keeping the resolve exceptionally high will grant passive reputation over time. So if you can get it over a certain threshold, you'll start gaining blue bar points for victory. Satisfying your villagers' needs with complex food, homes, and services will increase their resolve. Everybody wants different stuff. Everyone wants a house. Everyone wants their own type of house. Everyone wants specific foods. Things like that. Again, game gets super detailed real quick. I wonder if they still have the demo up. The demo for this was the tutorial levels. Each species has a different mix of needs. It's hard to please everyone all the time. In fact, I've never been able to make everyone happy at once. It's never happened. I've never fulfilled all of the needs at the same time. Farmers can plant only on farm fields, and those can only be built on fertile soil, which just looks like grass. Crops are planted in the first season, drizzle, and harvested during the second season, clearance, and then there's a third season, which is the storm, where everything goes horribly awry. Build a farm, harvest grain, and serve some ale in the tavern. I think the demo is the tutorial levels. It's the perfect introduction to this game. That's how they got me. I played the demo and I was like, oh, I'm getting this. I wasn't sure if they still had it up or not. All right. So this time we need 8 victory points. We have all the same buildings we had before, and now we have this small farm, which will let us grow our own vegetables and grain. That's our recipes. All right. But also, we can do stuff however we'd like. So here's what's going to end up happening. I guess it doesn't matter. It won't let us lose. I don't think it'll let us lose. Yep, this is still the tutorial. So there's 2 tutorial levels. All right, build a farm and build 6 fields. We already got started. The farm's almost done and the fields are going. Put 2 humans in there. Okay. All right, so we finish this off. We get 2 more humans and 25 barrels. So this will be different once we get started. Right now it's just like, hey, here's all the stuff. We're going to give them to you one at a time. Once you complete this one's going to open. That's not how the game really works. The game is going to be, we're going to give you a few at a time, and then in like 5 or 10 minutes we'll give you some more, instead of it being one after the other. All right, now it wants us to build 2 houses. So let's get housing, which it made me learn how to do. Okay. I don't really need roads, but I kind of like them. Oh, yes. The soundtrack for this game is amazing. It is extremely chill. Cornerstone. Barrel delivery line. 5 barrels every minute for free. Or farming tools. Plus 50% to the amount of goods produced in the small farm. I'm going to take the barrels, because I have advanced knowledge on how the game works. And I know we're going to need them for the tutorial. Hey Bongo, thanks for the follow. I see that my pop-ups aren't turned on. I turned them off a while ago and never got around to putting them back on again. Even my starter screen isn't finished yet. I still need to get my clock back on. I've just been like, starting soon. I'll be here in a minute. All right, we got our 2 shelters. Small trapper's camp, so that we can collect 5 meat. All right. Small, crude version of a specialized camp. It's slower and can only gather from small nodes. It can collect meat, insect, and eggs. Small trapper's camp. And then you see the meat nodes light up for us. Take a couple of humans out of here because beavers are better at lumberjacking. Ooh, I should not have said it that way. You must be at least 13 years old to be in stream. Sometimes I forget about phrasing. Almost spilled my tea. Alright, I'm gonna go to ×2 since we're still in the tutorial. We haven't even had to deal with hostility yet. Eventually the forest is gonna start getting angry with us. And it starts to... Fight back isn't the right word. It's not that it fights back, it's that it gets upset and it makes our people sad. Okay, finished our first yield. Collect. Next up, smokehouse. Build the smokehouse. We're starting to get into the tiers. Tier 2 food. Alright, so the smokehouse is going to take our meat that we're collecting and some wood and turn it into jerky. Jerky will get eaten by the lizards, and it'll increase their happiness. Hey, we found another cache. Alright. Oh, we got some newcomers. We'll just go ahead and grab them. I don't have everybody in houses. Let's put a few more houses down. And we'll make them face the same direction because it makes me feel better. I don't have OCD, but sometimes it sure feels like I do. All right, so they are working on it. It's gonna take a while. It's 1:45. All right, so here's the thing that we're gonna look at. So resolve. Current threshold 19. Or sorry, current resolve 19. Reputation threshold is 30. So I actually have to get this number to 30 before we want to start getting, or before we'll start getting reputation points from them. Whereas lizard resolve threshold is only 15. So if we get them to 15, we'll start getting points from them. Oh, we got our jerky done. Okay. Turn that one in. Now it wants us to build a brewery. So that we can start producing ale. And I haven't cut down enough trees, so we're running out of room. We'll put our brewery over here. All right, so we're not looking for these things. We're specifically looking for ale. Enable barrels. Barrels are enabled. Barrels are enabled. Is it unhappy because I haven't built it yet? All right, so this number is going to turn blue when it hits 15 to let us know that it's crossed the threshold. Which might not happen if we get into the storm. All right, this bar tells us that in 13 seconds we're going to switch to storm, and then everyone's happiness is going to go down until the storm is over. Humans available, so I'm going to put beavers in here to start making beer. Okay, it did trigger once the brewery was finished. Another thing that we can do is we can favor a specific species. It increases their resolve by 5, but lowers everyone else's resolve by 5. All right, they got the blue border. They are now generating reputation at a rate of 0.04 per minute. That number gets higher as you have more of them. Grain bags. Grain production is increased by 1 every 25 times it's produced, or efficient brewing, plus 50% to the amount of goods produced in the brewery. Again, this is a tutorial. It's still holding our hand. Oh, hostility went up a little. Maybe we can lose in the tutorial. We're just waiting for these two to get done. And then that'll finish our quest here. Still don't have enough houses. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh. That house wasn't facing the same way. Yeah, I don't actually have OCD. It just feels like it sometimes. All right, we turned that one in. Now it wants us to build a tavern and fulfill the desire for leisure. So a tavern is a service building that I don't have enough stuff for because I don't have a crude workshop going. There's just so much happening at once right now. You know, I probably don't need all these woodcutters. Got 119 wood, that's not too bad. Oh, it gives us a little write-up. This is better than me trying to explain it. Villagers fulfill their most basic needs, such as food or clothing, at the hearth, and need only the right goods to do so. However, there is a separate category of needs that require not only resources, but also a special type of building to fulfill them. These are called services. Services include things like leisure, luxury, or religion. To fulfill them, the village will need a suitable service building, such as a tavern or a market. Once the appropriate building has been built, workers must be assigned to it. They will then take goods from the warehouse, bring them back to their workplace, and serve them to the residents. Villagers don't have to physically go to the service building to fulfill their service needs. They'll still rest at the hearth as usual, but for them to fulfill the need for leisure, a tavern must be present and operating somewhere in the settlement. Service buildings also offer unique passive bonuses. These are usually global positive effects that activate when a building has a certain number of employees. For example, having 3 workers assigned to the tavern increases resolve for all villagers in the settlement. However, passive service buildings don't stack, so building a second tavern will not double the effect. So this little symbol means I don't have enough materials. I need this crude workshop going so that we can get more of everything. I don't have enough of the secondary tier 2 building materials. And if you put all 3 people in here, if you fill all the slots, you get a +3 global resolve. We haven't even gotten to pipes yet. That's a whole nother thing. Can I take some people out of somewhere? I don't need all of you making jerky, that's for sure. Probably don't need all these woodcutters. You're almost out of meat. I'll have to move you over here. We can see there's more meat up here. Yeah, so our reputation, we've done 5 of the quests, but we're at 5.27 because the lizards are happy. If they were all happy, it would go that much quicker. Who likes beer? The humans like beer. Also the beavers also like beer. So once we get this tavern done, they'll get a big boost. I'm still short a house. Get some more people in here. There's some more people. Just need more workers in general. Who's in here? Lizard? Okay. There are a lot of things we haven't covered yet. But I feel like if I try and explain everything at once, it'll just be overwhelming. The tutorial itself has so much information. It's crazy the amount of micromanagement that you can do later on. Because the screen is just jam-packed with information. All right, here's our tavern. It's done. Put some humans in here. We immediately got the +3 resolve for everybody. And we'll be delivering beer soon. All right, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna favor beavers real quick. The amount of micromanagement you can do now is crazy. It is. Luckily, it's not strictly necessary. All right, everyone's gonna be a little bit less happy because of the storm again. And the storm lasts for a minute and a half? I thought it was 2 minutes. Okay, it's a minute and a half. We need to serve 4 more beers. 3 more beers. 2 more beers. And we can turn in this quest. Uh-oh. We're gonna... Okay. Next up, Human Resolve. Keep Human Resolve above 25 for 30 seconds. We've actually already done that. So we can just turn this in immediately. And we're not going to have time to finish the last one, but at least we get to see it. Deliver 10 packs of provisions. Provisions necessary for sending caravans into the wild. Used for fulfilling orders, trading, and as payment for trade routes. But we're actually going to win because of the happiness. This bar is going up at 0.23 per minute. And as soon as it gets full, the game's gonna end. There it is. We reached a level 2. New Citadel upgrades, which we haven't even seen yet. A rain collector. Herbalist camp, a mine. And some new cornerstones that we'll get more into later. You proved your worth by securing the settlement. Your training is hereby complete. Now we throw you into the deep end. The world is a vast, ever-changing place, and at its heart lies the smoldering city. Enter the smoldering city and use the resources you've gathered so far to buy Obsidian Archive level 1. Oh god, for a whole minute? Oh, I hate it when that happens. The room I'm in goes pitch black when the power goes out. And I do the same thing where it's just like, oh, I guess I'm not getting up. Sure hope I have a cat in my lap at the time, otherwise I'm gonna have a bruised knee. Enter the smoldering city, okay. Oh, I can't scroll out to the map. So the main city is built into the side of a volcano. I'm sure it's fine. Cell phones do make good flashlights. Buy upgrades. Oh, this has changed a lot since I last played too. Obsidian Archive level 1. You gain a permanent -2% to the speed at which the Queen's impatience grows. Obsidian Archive, a place where records about great viceroys are kept. Unlocks deeds. I ran and got mine in the other room immediately when the lights came back on. Mine's on my desk here somewhere, which is actually bad. I need to put it somewhere else. I don't have a boom arm for my microphone or a shock absorber. My microphone's just sitting on my desk, so when my phone buzzes, it goes right into the microphone, and I'm sure it's annoying as hell on your guys' end. Alright, unlock. We can unlock one more if we want to. More Queen's Patience. More Citadel resources. 10% more Citadel resources when you finish a settlement. That's the meta materials. So this is more meta materials, which is a big plus, because that's how we upgrade this tree. So we're going to take that. We'll worry about that one later. Now we have access to deeds, which is a great way to make experience. We don't have our own home yet. We haven't reforged any seals. Okay. Oh, no, it's not quite done yet. This world is governed by the eternal Blightstorm cycle. It is almost upon us, so no caravans are allowed to embark. Press the button in the lower right-hand corner of the screen to finish the cycle. So, you get to play a few levels, a certain amount of years in-game, and then this happens. The Blightstorm is coming. Your settlement has been abandoned and people are returning to the Citadel. It tells you overall what you did, end the cycle. There's a massive storm that wipes out the world around you, not necessarily the world. And the smoldering city is protected by the Queen. But it's all that she can do. Your goal as a viceroy is to reach the ancient seals with your caravan and reforge them, pushing back the Blightstorm. I haven't seen this part before. This is actually new to me. This is why I started over with the tutorials and everything. You're almost ready to venture out on your own. Choose any map tile inside the embarkation range to begin. Okay. Here's our map. It's huge. It goes out a long way. The further you get from the center, the harder the game gets. The question marks will reveal these things. This is all RNG, by the way. In this case, we've got the Royal Outpost. The proximity of a Royal Outpost makes it easier to communicate with the Crown. The pool of order choices will increase by 1. So when it gave us a job, where it was like, hey, do this thing, and then we'll give you a victory point, it's going to give us multiple to choose from, and this is going to make that an even larger number. Or the Watchtower. The Royal Guard is watching over this region. Discovering glades doesn't increase hostility. That's real good, because it means we can just go discover glades willy-nilly and hostility won't go up. We haven't even talked about hostility yet. Let's do that one. To embark, you must first choose a caravan that will become the foundation of your town's population. Next, choose a difficulty. The higher the risk, the greater the reward. But beware, an inexperienced viceroy won't last long on the higher difficulties. An experienced viceroy won't necessarily last long on the higher difficulties. Lastly, use all of your embarkation points to take extra goods with you. And we'll discuss all that in a second again. You are finally ready to embark on your own. Remember, there is always a way out. Experiment and adapt. May the storm be gentle on you, Viceroy. All right, let me go back one more time. These colors are different types of maps. Oh, is this... You're about to begin a tutorial scenario. Hostility and trade. You can leave the tutorial and return to the world map at any time. Oh, I'm not going to do that. That's neat, though. To unlock Rainpunk and Blightrot tutorial scenarios, you must first buy the Obsidian Archive level 6 upgrade. Ooh, interesting. That's also new to me. All right. There are major differences between the tile types. The Royal Woodlands, these green ones, are the same as the tutorial, so that would be the easiest one to choose. The Marshlands, which are these kind of grayish ones, have abnormal trees, which can contain rocks and meat. I think they're giant mushrooms. They contain meat, but also there are certain events that are unique to the Marshlands. Scarlet Orchard, the same thing. There are unique events that make it different. So you kind of have to learn what you're going to run into in each of the types of maps. But we'll just do a nice, easy one to start off. And we can bring with us... Oh god, yeah, there's so much. And we're still just kind of scratching the surface. So for difficulty, right now we have the options of Settler, Pioneer, Veteran, and Viceroy. Settler, villagers eat less food. Pioneer, more reputation is required to win. Veteran, blight, rot, and corruption exist. Viceroy is just more difficult somehow. There is a jump between these two. I'm not sure what it is offhand. Hostility multiplier is ×3 instead of ×2. All right, we'll finish that, no problem. 32 years. So we're just gonna head straight there. Sorry, I'm saying things out loud that haven't come up yet. It's fine, it's fine. All right, so now we have the option of bringing 4 humans and 4 beavers, or just 8 beavers. If we bring the humans and beavers, we get 20 extra pie, so we get some basic goods. 30 eggs, 20 parts, 4 wildfire essence, 10 wood, and 20 coal. Wood and coals to keep the fire burning. If the fire goes out, your people get very sad very quickly. Oh, did they do a live stream yesterday? I missed that. Usually Ron has that running. 10 crystallized dew and 2 extra villagers. I'm gonna start with just 8 beavers. No particular reason. That's just what we're gonna do. Should we do lower difficulty? Maybe we don't include blight, rot, and corruption yet. Yeah. Yeah, for the first one, we're just gonna run it on Pioneer. And we get 3 embarkation points. The little number in the top right is how many points it costs to bring these things. So we're just gonna bring 20 eggs, 20 roots for extra food, and 30 wood for fuel. Yeah, that's... a lot of people make that reference. It's basically Timberborn if you just bring beavers. Timberborn was super cute. as far as city builders go, this one is more of a win condition type game versus the very relaxed, you don't really lose type game. We can name our settlement, or we can just let the game name it, and I'm kind of curious what they name it now on their own. So we're going to leave that blank. All right, we get a little summary if we wanted to read through it. We could go through the conditions of the map if we wanted to read through them, but we'll do that next time. Let's just get into the map and see what happens. All right. Now to add a whole new degree of difficulty. So there are 3 seasons: drizzle, clearance, and the storm. All 3 of them together make 1 year. So you get a bonus during drizzle, something good. And you get negatives during the storm, a bunch of things that are bad. During the drizzle, impatience grows 70% slower. The queen seems to be preoccupied with more pressing matters. These are RNG. These will be different every game. And invigorating winds. Villagers with this effect move 20% faster if they have complex foods. During the storm, we have the following bad effects. Looming darkness. You'll always have looming darkness. This one is ever present. The rampaging storm stifles the spirits of all living creatures. An additional stack of this effect is added for each hostility level, -4 to global resolve. As hostility goes up, every storm, -4 per hostility, plus an extra -4. We'll get into that later. There's a little number on top of this one. So these are based on your hostility level, which is currently 0. As long as it's not at 2, these won't take effect. Quaking bog. The ground is moving and swaying from all the rainwater it's absorbed. Gathering speed is decreased by 50%. That's specifically gathering buildings. So like your woodcutters are gathering wood, and your stonecutters are gathering stone. Hailstorm. Death by 1,000 hailstones. There's no way to be safe without a roof over your head. If we have housing, you can see down at the bottom there, to prevent it, fulfill the following needs: 1 house. So we need to make sure everyone is housed. If we have homeless people, they'll be affected by fading. Villagers with this effect have a 5% chance of perishing every 15 seconds. Rock to the head. So let's make sure everyone's got a house. Or cranial damage. Rotten rain. The rain carries a strange rotten pollen with it. A blood flower will spawn somewhere in the settlement every 90 seconds. Ooh, that changed. That's actually different from what it was before. A blood flower will eat our food. But that requires hostility level 4, which is very high. If we're getting to hostility 4, we might just lose, so we need to be careful. These are other additional effects we built next to the watchtower. So discovering a glade will not increase hostility, so we can just discover glades without making the forest angry. And Gift of the Woodlands. The royal woodlands are very lush and rich in timber. Trees give more wood. We just get extra wood. All right. Here we go. That's recipes. Oh, we don't have orders yet. This is a real map. We are now officially into the game. Straight to the deep end. We have our basic buildings. Essentially everything we saw during the intro minus the brewery and the tavern. Other than that, everything we saw is in here. And we get to choose 3 blueprints from a random list. So we can get a plantation, an herb garden, or a trapper's camp. And we're going to get to choose 3 times. This is how every map is going to start. So let's take a plantation, and that's going to allow us to plant berries and plant fiber. Berries are a great source of food. Next one, clothier, bakery, rain mill. Clothier will get us coats, water skins, and scrolls. Bakery will let us make biscuits, pie, and pottery. Rain mill will allow us to make flour, scrolls, and packs of building materials. This is where things start to get interesting, and you have to remember your order of operations. So coats are something that humans and beavers will wear to increase their happiness, but it requires fabric. Water skins are a second tier that you would use to make things like wine and beer, and scrolls are a second tier for education, for which we would need an education building, which was one of the services. Again, they've thrown us straight into the deep end here. Bakery, biscuits and pie. We can actually look at the specifics. So biscuits and pie both take flour. Well, guess what? We don't have access to flour directly. You have to make flour at a different building, which we could make at the rain mill. But if I take the rain mill, I can't take the bakery. So there's a trade-off here. Let's take the rain mill, because the bakery doesn't do us any good if we don't have flour. So this way we have flour. Maybe we get a different building that can make food. Weaver, clothier, provisioner. Well, unfortunately, we got a building that can make flour. So if I'd taken the bakery, we could have taken this instead. Clothier is coats again. The weaver gives us fabric at 3 stars. The more stars, the better it is at making that. So right now we have a 0-star fabric making building, which was the crude workshop. This gives us a lot more fabric. It also allows us to make training gear, packs of trade goods, which hasn't come up yet, but is a thing we will talk about. I'm going to take the weaver. All right. So now we can't get any more blueprints at the moment, but you'll see down here these little blue dots. There's one at each point until you get to 5, and then there's one every 2 points. That's when we get another building. So we'll get another blueprint every time we reach one of those. So let's get started with our basic setup. We're gonna do 2 woodcutters, because I like woodcutters. We're gonna need housing, because we don't want to run into a scenario where we run out of houses. Well, that's more than enough houses. And just to make sure we've got plenty of places for everyone to work, let's put down that crude workstation, which will let us get our upgraded version of building materials so that we can build the good stuff, like the weaver, which is going to take 8 planks that we don't have any of yet. But we can put it down. It's going to tell us that we don't have the building materials, but as soon as we do, they'll go build this, get to work on it. We don't have any fields, so we need to find fields before we can even do the plantation. Can put down a trapper's camp in case we need quick access to food. We've got meat over here. We can put down the harvester's camp to harvest these flax fields. And we'll put down some roads. Roads are not strictly necessary, but for aesthetic purposes, I like to make this nice cross pattern. You move faster on roads. All right, everybody go start doing stuff. I'm gonna put it speed times 1.5. Put down a park. We'll talk about why later. All right, we need a lot of wood at the beginning. I'm very quickly gonna get all the woodcutters down. So as you can see, we need a lot more than the 8 points we needed during the tutorial. So we'll have to find other ways to get points. All right. Our first cornerstone. The Royal Academy wants a detailed map. Gain 20 reed and 20 clay for each discovered glade. This is almost an endless supply of reed and clay, because we can just open up the small glades with no danger. And again, there's a special on this level where we don't get hostility for opening glades, so the forest doesn't get mad about that. So we'll get a bunch of reeds and clay for that. Or local taxes. Villagers are willing to give you their last piece of amber just for a pint of decent ale. Gain 12 amber, which is just money for purchasing things from a trader, for every 50 ale produced. I'm going to take the exploration contract because we didn't start off with access to any clay. There's no clay in our starter area. We don't have access to bricks. That's a dangerous glade. We don't want to start opening dangerous glades because, as the name implies, they are dangerous. Okay. So here's our orders. You can see it gave us 3 right off the bat. We'll open them and we'll get to choose what job we want to do. And then in 10 minutes, we'll get 2 more. In 20 minutes, we'll get 2 more. In 30 minutes, we'll get 2 more. And in 40 minutes, we'll get 2 more. And we can't move on to the next one until we pick this one. Logistics. Build 35 paths. Clearing glades. Complete any glade event. What is this? Useful tool for creating drainage ditches. Villagers move 10% faster on roads. This makes roads even better. New arrivals. This would give us 4 more villagers. Let's do 35 paths. I think we're almost there already. So that might be a quick one to turn in. Or not turn in. Which I'll also explain shortly. Amber trade. Sell goods worth 8 amber to a trader. Deliver amber. Just give them 4 amber. And get a bunch of good stuff. Or cut through the forest to discover 2 glades. Any 2 glades. And get +1 stone and clay production, which is essentially double. Every time you get stone from a stone deposit, you'll get 2 instead of 1. And 6 tools. Tools are... they're not a wild card per se, but they show up a lot. This one will be very easy to complete also. We don't have to pick these right away either. We can hold on to them until we run into something that we... I guess there's no reason to right now. Never mind. We'll just do them all right now. I was getting ahead of myself again. Beaver Resolve 18 or Sell goods worth 12 amber and turn in 7 amber. And get 6 more tools. I really like tools. Again, tools are very nice. But so are parts. Parts are good for all of your basic buildings. And it would give us 2 more beavers. This is 2 more random people. I'm gonna do amber trade. In general, I'm gonna explain why I'm doing things, but I'm also gonna try and not get too far ahead of myself. So if you ever feel like I'm doing something and you're like, but why are you doing that? just ask. But why? Why are you doing that? I don't understand. That seems like a stupid thing. Or if you see something that I'm doing that's wrong, feel free to be like, maybe you should try this instead. As far as this game goes, backseat all day long. Why don't I just move you closer to the trees you're cutting down? It seems smart. Here, go ahead and go this way and open up another glade. Because every time we open a glade, we're going to get more reeds and more clay so we can make more stuff. What's the matter, kitten? Are you uncomfortable? I hope we found some fertile soil. We can put down a farm. We found a small encampment. We can either get some money or we can get a couple more people. I kind of want the money. Kind of want to be greedy. I'm gonna pull a person to start working on this. All right. A destroyed camp in the wilderness. There are still survivors in the area. We're gonna send them to the Citadel in exchange for cash. We're gonna give them 6 eggs to join us. And then, I don't know, sell them as slaves? I'm not sure exactly what send them to the Citadel means. It's just vague enough for me to think that it might be slaves. Okay, this is farmland. We'll be able to get our farm down. We have a lot of buildings to make. We need more people. All right, this is the hostility meter. When this gets to the top, which is 100, it'll go back to the bottom. Hostility will go up to level 1. Right now it's at level 0. What's this? An obelisk. A mystical stone monument. Unknown runes are carved all over its surface. We can either tear it down for some stuff, or we can use any of these things to make an offering. We don't have any of those things. We'll have access to scrolls soon. This is resin. We actually get this from the trees. So we can just wait until we get 15 resin from the trees. And then we'll get the obelisk. The symbols carved into this monumental stone bear an eerie resemblance to the forest and corruption. Decreases hostility. Decreasing hostility is great. Let's go ahead and decrease hostility. Guys, oh, let's turn that off. Cap each of these things at 10 for reasons. If you don't put a cap on them, they'll just keep making stuff forever. And I don't need 10,000 bricks. Eventually we'll get a little pop-up right here that says that more people are ready to join us. So I'm kind of keeping an eye out for that. Do you fit up here? No? You fit back here? Yeah. Can't quite get to this glade. I'm incentivized to just open the glades, the small ones, because there's no danger in it. The ones with the skulls, there's still a danger there. Oh, he's done. He's bringing the money back. Well, if we're ever going to do any trading, we have to build a trading post. How are we doing on that resin? 6? It's slow. Let's leave 2 builders for now. No people yet. I set the paths to be built last. Priority -1. Oops. So they're going to try and build everything else first. Normally they just build in order. But you can set a priority. Like this. I'm telling them to cut down these trees first. But there's 3 woodcutters here. So only one of them can cut down a marked tree. The other ones are going to just cut down whatever tree is closest, but they're going to prioritize the marked trees. Alright, we got the trading post. We haven't learned about trading yet. And it's not going to teach us because I didn't do the trading tutorial, but it's pretty straightforward. As soon as we get something to trade, I'll give you the 10-cent tour on trading. Do we need anything else right away? I don't think so. I mean, we're fine. They're still at 11 resolve during the storm, so that's good. Okay. At the beginning of each year, I tend to pause. You can actually set it up to auto pause at the beginning of the year. Just a heads up. It's one of the options. Because we can get some newcomers. We can get a new free cornerstone. Woodcutter's Prayer. If you want to take, you first must give +1 wood production. Lose all stored fuel upon picking this cornerstone. We'd lose 100 wood and 20 coal if we picked that, but we would gain wood a lot faster. Or Ancient Pact. The cost of knowledge can be very high. You can see the contents of undiscovered glades, but discovering a dangerous or forbidden glade kills a villager. This is also a, if you want to take, you first must give. This little symbol means I have to pick this right away if I want to take it. If I unpause the game, this goes away. The reason being it doesn't want me to try and spend all of my wood and then pick this. It's like, no, you either pick it now or it's gone. In this particular map, we have an abundance of wood. So we don't need Woodcutter's Prayer. On this particular difficulty, I'm not worried about people dying. So I'm going to take Ancient Pact, which again is going to be a complete information overload when I do it. But I'm going to do it anyway, and you're all going to hate me for this round. And we'll grab a bunch more people, or at least a few more people. A lizard and a beaver? Or one of each race. I like the parts. Let's take the parts. All right. Everybody's got a house. I can see that they're all at 0 for homelessness. I also know that I built 4 houses, so we have housing for 12. Hostility went up a little bit because we got more people. And if I hover over a glade, I can see what's in it. There's a clay deposit here, and a small dewberry bush. And in this one, there's a flax field, and some mushrooms, and dewberry bushes, and fertile soil, and a large abandoned cache, and a brick oven, and a totem of denial. So I know exactly what I'm going to run into when I go somewhere. If I had a lot of knowledge about the game, I would know exactly what I need to beat every single glade before I go into it. And even though I'm pretty good at the game, my knowledge is not that in-depth. I know what most of these do. I do not know what I need to beat them in particular. So I don't know if the stone-toothed termite burrow requires stone or tools. There's a very easy way to figure it out. I can just go there. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I need to cut down that tree. So that I can put our plantation there. How are we doing on resin? We're at 10. We need 15. So we can't do the thing we wanted to do quite yet. Well, now that I have more people, let's get some more woodcutters in. One more woodcutter? We're gonna start needing a little bit more food. We're gonna need a little bit more fabric. I'm gonna put the lizard here. Lizards like heat. Just gonna put 2. I want one of you here. Start working on packs of provisions. For reasons that will become apparent later, because we can start trading. Oh, we can't trade. Scratch that idea. We haven't unlocked trading yet. We've unlocked trading with the traders, but not trade routes. That's a different thing. We're gonna hit our resolve with blizzards, which is gonna give us a whopping 0.01 per minute, which is basically 0. In fact, I would round that down to 0. Pathing is done. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this one in. Sometimes I hold on to them, but I'd like the 10% faster movement on roads. We got just clay. It's fine. Small cache. Oh, so we got our first point. We can build another building. Small farm, foragers camp, herb garden. How about a small farm? We'll need another field. This field is being used by the plantation at the moment. But it shouldn't be too hard to find. There's another obelisk. Interesting. Let's go ahead and get that opened. first trader has arrived. Objective, build 50 paths or deliver wine and pottery. We don't have access to wine and pottery right now, and we'll have 50 paths in no time. We have 50 paths already. This is already done. Sacrificing. Sacrifice 20 oil at the hearth. Sacrifice 20 coal at the hearth. Or deliver 50 meat. That would get us 5 more lizards. 20 training gear and 25 coal. Let's do sacrificing. We already have the coal. We can just turn around and burn it. Then we're just waiting for access to 20 oil. And we just turn around and burn 20 oil. Sacrificing like that lowers hostility. So right now our hostility is negative 155. But then it goes out. And it goes back to normal. But now we've burned this, so we're just waiting to burn some oil, and then that job will be complete.
Hello.
But also we can trade. Buildings have their storage capacities increased. Farmers can carry more. Or we can just buy goods directly. Or sell things that we don't think we need. So I could just buy some planks, or I could just buy some fabric. Or I could just buy food if I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of food. Or we can buy these perks down here. Should we just buy some planks? I mean, it wouldn't be hard to just make our own planks, but we also need to do trading worth 12. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and trade 12 worth. All right, so that's 12.1. We'll get planks. And we'll get fabric. And I can get, what? 0.25 more? I don't think anything is that cheap, is it? 0.37, 0.25. I can buy 1 flower. Perfect, 12.1. Trade. Now we just need to have 7 amber to trade in. And we'll be ready to go. For that particular quest. Like I said, we're doing a bunch of things at once. Okay. Another glade opened. What's up here? Totem denial. All right. Now we have a better source of fabric. Just so I can show you the difference. This takes 6 fiber and turns it into 2 fabric in 56 seconds. This takes 2 fiber into 2 fabric and it takes 28 seconds. So it's twice as fast, takes 1/3 of the resources. So you don't waste as much of your tier 1 material. We've almost got the resin. This is the same thing. Yep, it's another obelisk. Alright. No reason to put a human in there yet. but I will need more houses. Yeah, you can pause anytime. You can pause, you can change the speed. I can get up and get a snack if I need to. It's very useful for taking time to think about something. Sorry, kitten, I gotta switch legs. Putting that one to sleep. Alright. What's next? Fishman Cave. Totem. You can just collect some wood. We actually got quite a bit. Are you ready? You're probably ready now, huh? Yeah, we have enough resin. We can have somebody go get this obelisk for us and we can see how good it is. In case anybody's wondering, this is the last one I'm gonna run tonight. We're moving at a slow pace and I haven't been sleeping. Yes, I know. I take pills for that and it still doesn't always work. What else do we need to be working on? Nothing in particular? I'm actually gonna pull one of you guys. What are we doing on food? We're getting low. We're down to 60. It does suck. The good news is I'm so used to it that it takes several days before I really start to go, damn, I have to go to sleep tonight. Is that flour? Flour. I guess you tried everything. Yeah, for reference, I've been an Insomniac since I was at least 6 years old. And you do not diagnose children with insomnia. You come up with any reason you can to not diagnose them with insomnia. So for most of my life, I just thought I had some sort of horrible problems. Turns out it was just an insomniac. Alright, what did this do exactly? Hostility decreased by 10. Hearth resistance increased by 100. That doesn't mean anything for us right now. Minus 10. Hostility is not nothing. Alright. We're gonna go into a dangerous glade as soon as this storm is over. Oh my god. Zelda raid. Hey, Krispy Kreme. Hey, Henry. How's it going, everybody? Hey, Toothwave. Hey, Zelda. I can feel the love. Welcome in, everybody. I'll get into my thing in just a moment, but how was your Majora's Mask? I think you were playing Majora's Mask tonight. It's been a minute since I rated you, yeah. There's a lot of people out there. Hell, the number of good streamers that we know is just incredible. If I had to try and go through the list of all the streamers that I want people to meet, it would go on for a long time. Screw up the end, kinda. I'm going to have to do the quest 2 more times. Oh no. Gain 30 meat every time a villager dies or leaves. Cannibalism. Alright, now cannibalism totally makes sense when somebody dies. I get meat every time somebody leaves? Does that mean we're not letting them leave? That makes me think we're not letting them leave. Oh, come on. You know your community just wants to watch you stream. We just like to watch the stream. We don't care. Leaves. Yeah, they leave. It's not the same 3 times, to be honest. Alright, I could see that argument, I guess. One of our woodcutters just died. You know what that means. Meat's back on the menu, boys. I was telling them how calming you are to listen to. Hey everybody, I'm Dendrian. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a great background streamer. I generally have a calm, soothing voice, and I play games that have nice, smooth soundtracks. Toothwave, thanks for the follow, I just saw that. I do enjoy my nice soundtrack games. I have not gotten to the point where I will override a game's soundtrack with different music. I always like to immerse in whatever we're playing. Aww. Thanks, Zelda. That means a lot. I appreciate that. That's also the way that System Chalk always put it. My voice is unintentional ASMR. I'm not trying to do anything special. This is just the way I am. What did I forget to build? The rain mill. We didn't put a rain mill down. That's how we were gonna get... That's how we were gonna get scrolls. So that we could beat this. The best kind of ASMR. Hey Kristen, how's it going? I know you from Vault Hunter streams. Alright, let's see here. Oh, we don't have any pigments. We can't make our own scrolls. So what we need is for this trader to get here so that we can trade with them. I'm doing just fine, thank you. Kristen's in everyone's streams. All right, so because we want to beat this quickly, we're gonna do something a little bit drastic. If we don't beat this in 13 minutes, I lurk everywhere. I try and watch a lot of different streams because there's, like I said, there are so many good streamers out there. And I like to support the communities. So I try and get into them when I can. We don't beat this in 13 minutes, 2 things are going to happen. The first one, storm's duration is increased by plus 100%. Drizzle and clearance season are decreased by 50%. So our good seasons are shorter and our bad season is longer. Oh my god. That's bad. And impatience is increased by 1. Impatience is how we lose the game. I also choose Twitch. I would much rather see the live stream, because even if I'm not talking, which I usually don't, I like the idea of belonging while it's happening. All right, here's the drastic thing we're gonna do. Because we need the stuff to beat this, we can call the trader in immediately, which really means in 30 seconds. Not really immediate. It increases impatience by 0.5, which, like I said, is how we lose the game, but drastic times and all that. Aw, Zelda, thanks for the bits. My god, that makes you #1 bit cheerer. You are officially the stream cheerleader. Do I have 2 humans? I have another human. Where are you, human? Get them on food production. I'm a cheerleader at heart. Oh god, there's a good reminder. Okay. Hey everybody, sit up straight, put those shoulders back, relax your neck. I need the care package. Stretch those shoulders, move that neck back and forth, twist your hips from side to side, and don't forget to drink water. I was dehydrated today, and it gave me a bad headache. I almost didn't stream. Luckily, somebody brought me some water halfway through the day. So make sure you drink plenty of water. All right. So remember when I said we were calling this person early because we needed to buy goods? Well, they don't make any of the goods that we actually wanted. Nope, none of them. That's the same problem I have. I need one at work. I need one for stream too. I get really into my streams and I kind of zone. I can't buy pigments, can I? No, I can't buy anything here. So unfortunately, this person doesn't have anything we needed. So we're gonna take yet another drastic action. Let me real quick find that other totem. Didn't we have 2? That's the turn. I thought we had 2. Well, if we do, it wasn't nearby. I'm gonna open this termite thing as well. Okay. We're gonna let everything else run for a moment. And then... we're gonna wait for this trader to leave. And we're gonna immediately call in another one. Which doesn't seem like the best idea. But it will be. And we're gonna set up a little secondary camp up here. Because we can. So we're gonna build a little farm. We're gonna build another warehouse to deliver things to. That was this little one. And we're gonna build another hearth. So we're gonna be burning twice as much wood. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I need the reminder. Also, I put a timer on it. So you're not allowed to overhydrate me anymore. I don't remember who noticed that first, but I did put some sort of clock in there, probably 15 minutes. Yes. I think you were the one that hit hydrate like 3 times in a row on me, and I was like, oh no, now I'm bloated. I can't not drink the water, that's what I was told to do. Gotta obey the stream. Oh no, my craftsman died. Alright, what have we got here? Got a termite burrow and a ranch, a sea marrow deposit, and a cache. Just caring a lot. You can't care too much, that's not possible. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a string of things. I wonder why that villager died. Yeah. At least we won't go hungry. All right, we're gonna turn this objective in because one of the rewards is 6 tools, which is exactly what we need to complete this job. So we put a couple people in here. We tell them we're going to tame the stone-tooth termite burrow. Where'd all this meat come from? Stone-tooth swarm. Agitated termites can be a real nuisance. -5 global resolve while this is active, and it will be active for about the next 3 minutes. But it's gonna give us insects every minute, I believe 5. So this is a large amount of food. This is almost all the food we'll need to eat. And since we got another victory point, we can pick another building. Smokehouse, which will let us make jerky. Brickyard. Cookhouse, which gives us skewers and biscuits. I'm going cookhouse for reasons. We'll just go ahead and build that if I can find a good spot to put it. Now, I need to cut down more trees. Recently, I have been watching a television show on... I believe it's a Showtime subscription through Amazon on Prime, called Yellow Jackets. Do you still need that primitive fabric maker? No. In fact, we have unchecked it, so they're only making planks and bricks here. And they are just making it here, and thank you for the catch on that. That is actually a huge deal if we had left that checked. That would have been a major waste of resources. Good heads up. What's this? Oh, you're out of stuff. You can't make any of that. We'll go build things then. Oh, our harvester's camp is empty. I don't think I need you running anymore. We have a plethora of reeds. In fact, I'm just going to destroy the building. I totally just destroyed the road instead of the building from a misclick. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. All right, so remember when I said we were going to rush a trader because we needed goods? Well, this trader doesn't sell any of those goods either. We're 0 for 2. We still can't complete this. This might end up triggering. If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. How are we doing? 9 resin? That's not enough resin. You can be moved back down here. We can be cutting down trees closer to the main base. We got this brick oven up here. If we could be making pie and coal, that would be good. small farm is done. I'm just gonna wait till these are built, and then we'll get that farm up and running. We need any of this stuff? What do you got? Nothing? Nothing useful? Nothing we're looking for. Oh, good question. So our hearth can be upgraded. It gets an upgrade by having a certain amount of people and a certain number of decorations. In this case, the garden counts as our decoration. And what it does is each time we get an upgrade, eventually we can upgrade it to higher levels to get different bonuses. But if you have 8 people and 4 decorations, which is a garden, you get a +2 global resolve. And these stack. So we've already got 1 +2, we're gonna get another +2 when that hits. When all of this is done being built. And we have enough people, which we don't. All right, and we're gonna do something drastic. I just know this person isn't gonna have what we need, but I'm calling them anyway. I keep calling in traders and they don't have anything for us. Oh, hubs and hearth levels. When expanding your settlement, it's very useful to set up hubs in faraway glades so that your villagers don't have to walk all the way back to the town center just to deposit collected goods or take a break. To create a hub, you'll need to build a warehouse and a small hearth, and assign a new firekeeper. You can have multiple hubs at once, if, of course, you can afford to build them and have enough fuel to sustain multiple hearths. It's also important to remember that each hearth has its own range and can't be placed too close to other hearths. Their area of effect can't overlap. Hearths can be upgraded by building homes, decorations, and service buildings within their range. Each hearth level will grant you a bonus to resolve, production speed, and production output. These bonuses stack. That's pretty major. But you need to have 8 people next to each hearth to get the upgrade. And we don't have 16 people yet. Yeah, I was right. We're not selling the stuff we need. Oh, that's awful. That's a ranch. Sometimes you find destroyed buildings and you can repair them. But we're okay for now. My other good alternative is to just keep opening glades and see if any of these abandoned caches give us what we need. Yeah, over 3. Yay, this is done. This is gonna give us 5 insects per minute, which, like I said, is about as much food as we eat. So we're gonna be fine. We need more humans, because this farm isn't even running yet. Build a couple more houses when they have time. Have somebody get that brick oven built for us while we wait for this cookhouse. Cookhouse is gonna be major. In fact, we're gonna do a little rearranging when the cookhouse is done. Anything good in here? Okay. So here we go. Here's the new production chain. In order for us to finish this totem, we are trying to get scrolls, which we can make at the rain mill, which you can see right up here in blue. We have a rain mill. Our rain mill can make scrolls from wood and pigment. We don't have any pigment, but we can make it in the cookhouse with insects and berries, which we are getting. And it likes to have... Well, I guess lizards are just happy to work there. Yeah, we need more workers. Kitchens are warm. Lizards like warm places. So here, hilarious that you put it that way. Lizards are very resilient and distrustful species. They are very good with animals and meat products. They get a bonus to production. There's a little meat symbol. And prefer to work in warm environments due to their cold-blooded nature. There's a little fire. So you can see in the hearth, warmth. So lizards like to work there. Cookhouse, warmth. So they like to work there. Oh, alright, you're done there. You managed to get 50 fabric somehow. Well done. Newcomers will be here in 2 minutes. What have you got for me? Nothing? Yeah, we could make incense also. Oh, I take that back. Brick oven, warmth. You can make pie here. You can make coal. You can make incense. These are all good things. Our hostility is at -52. Wow. Alright, we don't have to worry about hostility in this game. Fishman Lighthouse. That's another good one. If we can beat it. I don't think we can. I also need more humans. Newcomers are almost here. Alright, new year, new cornerstone. Lost supplies. An unusual amount of supplies can be found in some glades. Gain 40 meat and 40 grain for each completed dangerous or forbidden glade event. Or, if you leave rainwater for a while, it will begin to release a pleasant and warm vapor. Food production speed is increased by 10% for every 50 units of drizzle water stored. We're not doing anything with water. We're not that far into the game yet. So we're going to take lost supplies. Meat and grain if we can complete difficult events. Alright, I have to get this running. So I'm gonna have to start polling people to work here. Except now I have no builders. There's a lot of production going on right now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, our newcomers are here. We can get 4 more people. 2 of them are humans. puts us at 18 people. We just need to get those houses done. Alright, switch you guys out for humans. Humans are just better. They have a 10% chance for double yield. I shouldn't need this trapper's camp anymore. I'm just gonna destroy it. Otherwise I see it out of the corner of my eye and I'm like, oh, I should have people working there, but it's fine. As you can see, this red bar has been making its way steadily towards full. Oh, we got some new orders we didn't choose yet. Deliver 15 packs of luxury goods. We don't have access to luxury goods. We can't even build these. So we're gonna go with agriculture. We've got the farm fields already, we just need to make 15 packs of crops, which we can do at the makeshift post. Easy peasy. We'll take that one. Oops. We'll set you up for crops. Specifically 15 packs of crops, and once we have some crops to actually put in there, we'll move someone over there. And open or send caches. Caches? I always say caches. I've definitely heard cache before though. Or lost knowledge. Deliver 3 ancient tablets. They can be found in dangerous or forbidden glades. These are kind of rare. So we're gonna do caches. Or cache. Depending on what your native language is, I guess. Rainmill is officially working on scrolls. So we'll be able to do this soon. It's gonna activate, which is not cool, but... Oh look, that house is empty. I built 2 houses that aren't housing humans. So we're gonna move people up here manually. And you'll see this glow when I put the last one up here. Poof, it upgraded. So now it's a level 1, and we get that +2 resolve for everybody. Everybody's just a little bit happier. Alright, what else can we be working on? I could put someone in here so I don't forget. We don't need fabric, so that's fine. Okay. They're working on pigments and skewers. Soon they'll be working on biscuits, but not quite yet. Once he gets the second set of scrolls, we'll be able to get this done. Yeah, that thing's gonna cause issues. Soon scrolls. In fact, I'm gonna have a guy start bringing them up there as soon as they're ready. Because they'll be ready to be turned in any second now. Did I put a cap on that? No? Gotta put caps on things, otherwise they'll just go forever. Maybe you just make grain. Ugh. This needs to get done fast. It's severely shortened our year. We're already almost at the storm. think I'm gonna pull somebody to come help. Because as soon as that's ready, which it should be now. There should be more scrolls in here. Oh, he hasn't brought them back yet. He's doing it now. There we go. Alright, the last guy is on his way, and then it'll be over in a few minutes. So by the time this storm is done, the totem will be ours, which will give us a global resolve bonus, which will make everyone just a little bit happier. More jobs? Have at least 10 humans and have them wearing coats, or 25 packs of trade goods. We don't have 10 humans. We only have 4. We have a weaver, so we can make trade goods. Let's do that one instead. And let's go have the weaver start making trade goods, because we can make them out of pigments and flour, which we do have access to. I just don't have anybody to work there. We'll have somebody in a moment. I don't think I need to rush these. I'm gonna pull him and put him in here. Alright, trade goods are being worked on. Packs of crops, did I turn that off? Oh, nope, he's actively working on packs of crops. We haven't found oil yet, and we can get a little money the next time the trader comes, so we can turn that one in. Got one more job. Deliver building materials and more crops, get 24 tools, or discover 3 glades and beat a dangerous or forbidden glade. 24 tools, you say? This one's really easy to beat. We can just buy the tools with the amber. It's easier than trying to make the packs. Packs can be a little bit difficult sometimes. They require a lot of materials. But with the tools, we'd be able to open up these caches, which will give us victory points. Oh. Things I haven't mentioned that were probably pretty vital. Red bar means we lose, right? SimCity or Frontiersman. Hey, it's only furries if it's the beavers. It's scalies if it's the lizards, and it's perfectly fine if it's the humans. No judgment zone here. How's it going, System Shock? How you doing? What are you up to tonight? How were your book of hours? It's not scalies, it's excellent taste. Nice. Well done, sir. Oh, here we go. We're about to make things even worse. Blood price contract. A shady but lucrative deal. Gain 10 amber every time a villager dies or leaves. Oh, no problem. You know, I just appreciate you being here. For those of you that don't know System Shock is another fellow streamer who, along the lines of what Zelda said earlier, unintentional ASMR, leaves. That's right, leaves in quotation marks. So now, every time somebody dies or leaves, we're gonna eat them and take their stuff. I am pretty great, aren't I? And he's nice and humble. Let's buy some of these tools. We can trade away some of the stuff we're not using. Like these reeds, we're not using all those reeds. We're not using all this clay. And these parts, we're not using all these parts. This all seems like a pretty good deal. You know what? We wanted a little bit more money too. Right? We needed 7 total. And they took it away when I wore it. I like that. That's a good one. Alright, I'm gonna turn this in immediately so I don't forget. That is definitely one I could have forgotten about. We're gonna do a bunch of things real quick here that are gonna be dangerous. Oh, we got another building. Brickyard, leather worker, lumber mill. Better planks. Access to water skins. Access to pottery. I'm gonna take access to pottery. I don't know if we need it yet. But you never need it until you do. All right. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everything's going? I think everything's going. Go ahead and build the brickyard. We'll just put it down just in case. So there's this song that goes, everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. It hits very differently when you're an adult. When I was younger, I always thought it was everybody's working for the weekend. They're working. It's the weekend. That's what you do. It's the only way we know how to get by. Like, we work. We have to make money. Turns out, it's not what the song's about. The song is about working so that you can go out on the weekend. You work hard during the week so you can go enjoy the weekend. That's what it means. I had that wrong for a long time. Cold flame, the blinding light, is pointed directly at the settlement's hearths, and firekeepers are helpless. Fishmen transform the sacred fire into a cold flame that increases hostility of the forest by 150 for every hearth. Oh, this is interesting. They gave this a negative effect. This building gives sea marrow every minute, which is an amazing resource. You can burn it as fuel, you can use it to open the caches. So getting this is such a major boon. Sorry, kitten, I gotta switch legs again. Oh, poor kitten, I'm so sorry. Yeah, everything is awful. Okay, you're comfortable again. Infamy. Somehow word of your decision has spread and reached the Queen. Viceroy executions are quite rare, but not as rare as you might hope. Gain 1 impatience point. Apparently there's a negative. In fact, that negative is so bad that I think we're just gonna burn it down. I just don't need sea marrow that badly. It's tempting, but ultimately unnecessary. Oh, somebody died. Which means we just got more meat and more money. Yes, we're so sorry that he chose to leave. But you'll all be getting extra rations. Drainage mole. We're not ready for a drainage mole. Is there a good spot to go? We haven't gone this way. Let's go down here. Forsaken Crypt? For some reason my brain thinks that won't be that bad. Just some undead. It'll be fine. Let's get some more people in here. 5 more people? Yeah. Plenty of jobs to be done. Put another person in the oven. I mean, put another person to work at the oven? Totally fine. How to cook humans. I'm sorry I misread. It's how to cook for humans. Wait a minute. This says how to cook for humans with the number 4. No, no, no. It's how to cook for humans. Alright, that's as far as I remember from a show 20 years ago. What's this? A butcher. Skewers and jerky and oil. We need those things. Calm the spirits. Calm the spirits with some incense and money. You said a long cooldown like an hour or something. Did I? Should have been like 15 minutes. Perhaps I need to revisit those numbers. Well, that's way too long. Alright, I will fix that by next stream. Amount per streamer. I'm only allowed to redeem it once per stream. Oh, that's not right. Oh no! Alright, I'll get that fixed. I'm sorry, Zelda, you're supposed to be able to take care of me. I will die. I will literally die. Yes, I will get that taken care of. You don't know me. I might not drink without it. I'll drink without it. I promise. Are we actually working on everything? No. They haven't been working on this the whole time. They've just been sitting there idle. You're always preaching hydration. I know. I try to. I need to quickly do this delivery. As soon as he gets done making these blanks, we need to send them over, because I wasn't actually working on the lighthouse. Hopefully they can get everything up there pretty quickly. Yeah, they'll get it done in time. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. This one's almost done. This is almost open. We can turn in agriculture. You don't need to make crops anymore. Which means you don't need to be there anymore. Which means you could be getting this butcher for us, which we need. We can send some humans to the butcher. Should I just turn these in? Yeah, why not? Alright, Master of Exploration I can uncheck. You know what? Let's just turn them in. Let's just turn everything in. Carpenter, brewery, leather worker, carpenter, for reasons. Lumber mill, brewery, clothier, for reasons. The reasons don't matter. We're almost done. We're nearing the end. Reminds me, I haven't taken my sleeping pills. I'm gonna put you guys on mute for just a moment. Be right back. Okay, I am returned. Oh no. I have people with no house. Oh no, we're out of wood? I actually need more woodcutters. Haven't been paying close enough attention to our wood supply. Because we're making coal with it. We're burning a lot. That's silly. Cap that at 50. Cap that at 50. I made a lot of these caps too high. Unnecessarily high. So we'll just lower them. Oh, they finished that. Let's get somebody in here making some oil. And some other things, why not? One of you should be a human. Alright, these are our last jobs. Serving the people. Serving them food. Serving them food. Let's do builder's tools. Serving the people is back. Wooden provisions. This would be easy if we weren't constantly out of wood. You know what? We can just buy food if it comes to that. Meat products. That's right. We only serve meat here. Mystery meat special. Short on planks. Yeah, I'm out of planks because we don't have any wood. Let's open a couple of caches. Fire is going out. Start using coal to keep the fire going. Rooty ground. Wood production is increased by +1, but harvesting and planting are 25% slower. I think that's fine. How are we on grain? Are they keeping up? 98. Yes. We can safely take the extra wood production. I'm actually going to get rid of one of my woodcutters. Oh, it didn't quite help as much as I thought. I don't have a religion building. We have clothier, but we have no planks. It's fine, we'll figure it out. Better place for bricks, but I'm not too worried about that either. Brick production is not so slow that we need to worry. Alright, what else can we do towards winning? Because we still need 6 points. This did not get done in time because we were short 3 planks. You sitting on any? No. Well, this is going to activate in a bad way. What's this going to do? A strange and evil light is coming from the top of the lighthouse. It mesmerizes the settlement scouts, causing them to work 20% slower on glade events. Permanent. Won't be removed once the corresponding glade event is finished. Well, that's going to haunt us. And there's nothing I can do about it. 10 packs of building materials. We can do that. Play Sai. Oh, I don't need building materials there. Put all that stuff back. The rain mill can do building materials at a much more reasonable pace. Need for jerky fulfilled. We'll be getting jerky over here, so that'll work. Smokehouse, kiln, provisioner, those are all good things. We're getting close enough to the end that I'm not too worried about getting specific buildings done. The lighthouse is about to start. Yep, we're gonna be just a couple minutes shy. That's okay. Not a big deal. trader that doesn't have anything we want. Could trade with some planks. Oh, look at all the money we have because of all the people that died. We can just buy whatever our heart desires. We're completely loaded. Am I still short a house? I am still short a house. Build a couple as long as we've got people standing around. And as long as we have people standing around, why aren't they doing something? Because all the buildings I'm worried about are already filled. Well, unfortunately the lighthouse activated. Again, not a huge deal. Fishman Cave. I don't like the Fishman Cave. Fuming machinery. I don't think that gets us victory points. Drainage mole. Forgotten Temple of the Sun. That sounds fun. Praise the sun. What else can we do? We're short one tool for builder's tools. But we could open a cache. Maybe two. So seriously, what's everybody doing on their primary monitors? Anyone got any good game ideas? Especially if anyone's playing anything multiplayer. I have a tavern. Have no beer. If I can get some beer, we'll get the tavern going. Put coats into consideration. Oh, Jerky's going. I don't have access to pickled goods yet. Oh, the lighthouse must be done. Lighthouse is done. They are bringing stuff back. Chilling on the sofa. There's nothing better than streaming to a nice big TV and just laying back. I have a Papasan chair that I sit in. If you've never seen a Papasan chair, it's just a big bowl. It's really nice. Well, I like it. I can also curl up into a circle when I get a migraine. Alright, we got a ton of wood now. Let's pull a couple of woodcutters out. Do I have 3 people available? Yeah, here. Stand in there. Need one more trade good? Who's working on trade goods? You? Go turn those in. I know you're done with them. We only need about 3 more points. It is not a beanbag. I have considered a beanbag. but I don't know if my back would be okay with a beanbag. I hate to say that. I'm such an old man. How are we doing on oil? Woodcutter's song. It's off to work we go. For every 20 felled trees, global resolve is increased by 3 for 120 seconds. That's new. Never seen that one before. I'm pretty sure that's going to give me some big bonuses. Hasn't started yet. Okay. Just really get in there and start cutting trees. Is there anything else I can do? Can't really get tools. I can start burning oil. We have 15. Are you sitting on any oil? Not yet, but he's making 5. As soon as he's done with this, I'll just turn oil off. We'll let that oil burn. And that'll be another victory point. Dang it, that's what I was going to mention earlier. Every time you complete a blue bar, the red bar goes down by 1. So early on, we tend to let this bar get very high. And then we complete a bunch of things towards the end, which drags it back down. Do we need more people? Let's grab some more anyway. I don't have enough houses for all of them. That was probably silly. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I don't think I need to do anything else per se. 0.4 resolve per minute. Which means we just need to wait a couple more minutes and this bar will be full. Unless perhaps a trader shows up. Here, let's force one. No, don't force one. We're too close to the end. So yeah, this is going to go up in about 10 seconds here, and you'll see this bar go down from 5.3 down to 4.3. Well, about 4.3. There it goes. So yeah, we'll be done before this season is over. And burn that oil. Get that oil turned. There we go. We can just turn that one in for the victory instead. Okay. Settlement complete. The village's position has been secured. You can now choose to leave or continue to play on this map, but any additional deeds won't be completed, and you will not earn any more experience points or Citadel resources. We gained 70 experience points. We got 51 food stockpiles. Last level we got 10. We got 2 seal fragments, which we can use to close the seal, which was the main goal. We got a score, which means nothing. I don't believe this has any impact anymore, other than, hey, I got a high score. Just in time. Game finished before year 8. There's no year limit. I've had games last over 20 years. It's actually difficult to do. But here are all the deeds we completed. Finish your first game after the tutorial. Win a game in the Royal Woodlands biome on Settler difficulty or higher. Discover 10 glades. Trade goods worth 50 amber. Win a game after completing 5 glade events. Win a game on Pioneer difficulty or higher. Win a game with at least 40 villagers. Win a game near the Watchtower modifier. And you can keep doing your settlement for as long as you want with no positive effect post-game. But if you were like, oh man, that was really neat, I want to keep going and see what happens, you can keep going and see what happens with no negative consequences. But we're going to head back to the map. So here's where we finished our level. It was called Greymire. This is the year chart. So cycle progress, years left before the next blight storm. We have 25 years before the next storm wipes out our map. That's how long we have to get to this seal and close it. Overall, that's the goal. So now we leave from here and we start going in this direction. Oh, we can't go very far. That's still plenty of time, though. But what we did do is finish a whole bunch of deeds. Finish your first game, Viceroy's Quarters, your own little corner in the smoldering city, a place where you can rest, collect trophies, and learn about the world. Discover 10 glades, that's worth 50 experience points. Keeping in mind that we only got 70 for the level itself. First expedition, 50 experience points. That'll level us up to 3. 2? 3. Opened up some new buildings, paved roads, a brand new trader, and some more cornerstones. Here's 50 more experience, 50 more experience, more experience. Deeds are where all the big things are at. All right, and these two give us new buildings that don't have any major game effect. They're just decorations. Decorations still have a minor effect. So like when we built the parks, it's similar to those. But you can put in different decorations instead of the park, so you can actually make your place look nice if that's your goal. And then we can use those food resources to upgrade our city. We're not level 4, so we can't do anything up here. But we can get all of this stuff. We're just short of being able to get all of this stuff. This is an extra embarkation point. This is advanced controls for what is being consumed and by whom. If we wanted to be mean, we could tell the beavers they're not allowed to eat meat. It's that specific. Additional cornerstone. You have one additional option to choose when picking a cornerstone. That's amazing. That is an amazing one. And this is new embarkation bonuses. So when we brought food before, now we could bring stone and clay instead. Gain new embarkation bonus to choose from. Villagers, we can bring extra villagers. That is the one I'm going to leave behind. I've almost never chosen villagers on purpose. So we're going to grab an extra embarkation point, advanced food controls, stone and clay, and an additional cornerstone choice. And then we're going to go to our brand new house. You're about to meet Aunt Lori. What's your relation to her? I am a nephew. I am Dude. Actually, that's what we call our new cat. Her shelter name was Snickerdoodle. Initially, we shortened it to Doodle, and now we just call her the Dude. Or the Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing. So we're gonna go nephew. As soon as you step into your new home, you notice a richly clothed woman standing by the window, her gaze fixed on the citadel. Hey, Auntie. Auntie looks like she got burned in a fire and might be missing her right arm. Aunt Lori looks around the empty room. Well, isn't this a nice looking house? Back in my day, fresh viceroys would sleep on the floor at the Svar Tavern. How was your training? I'm still confused. I know, dear, there's a lot to take in at once. So many new things in so little time. Lori exhales softly. Learning can feel like climbing a mountain. I promised my sister I'd look after you, and I plan on keeping that promise. As a member of the Queen's Hands, there is much I can teach you, but knowledge is of no use unless you put it into practice. For now, focus on exploration. Try new things. Venture into uncharted territory. Thanks, Auntie. No negative consequences for failing. Screw up a game? No biggie? Try again. It says you failed, you still get some experience points, you move on. Alright, end goal is to get to this seal. So that's where we want to be. And we need to have 4 seal points when we get there, and we already have 2, so that's not a problem. In other news, that's gonna be my gaming for the night. Give me 2 seconds to see who's on for where I want to send you guys. Because we're gonna raid out to somebody. There's a few people on that are good. Tonight I'm going to send you guys over to somebody that I would like to watch. Unless there's somebody really good on Against the Storm. I'm going to do a quick look there. Because I do like to share the love on a new game. And this is an indie dev that I don't feel got the love that they deserve on this game. They got a couple of big streamers that they kind of promoted, like, hey, go try this. And a few of the big streamers were like, yeah, this is a great game. And then they played it once and never came back. Like major size streamers. And I feel kind of bad for them. But there's actually quite a few people on. If there were only 1 or 2 smaller streamers, I would pick one at random and just be like, we'll go meet a person. It is absolutely a passion project, and they work their asses off on it. I'm highly impressed, especially with the difference between what this is versus what it started as. They just kept making bigger and bigger changes that were like, you know what? Our initial projections were screwed up on this issue. So, like, you weren't the only Viceroy. You were actually competing against other Viceroys when they first made it. And they went, you know what? We're screwing this up. By having you competing against other Viceroys, they are taking up spots that you might wanted to have gone to. So parts of the map were taken. Like, oh, well, now I can't even go there. They've ruined my whole plan. So they got rid of that idea. Just completely abandoned something that they worked really hard on because it didn't make sense. And they reevaluate all the time. Like, hey guys, did this work out? No? all right, it's gone. And it's a completely different idea, which is what I really like about it. There's nothing like this out there. There's plenty of city builders. There's plenty of roguelikes. There's not a lot of roguelike city builders. My only real disagreement there is that I'm actually better at streaming this game than playing it offline. And it has to do with the vocalization. As I'm playing the game, I'm explaining why I'm doing something. So in my head, if I say something that was dumb, I can go back and say, oh, that was dumb. Why was I going to do that? I should be doing blank instead. If I'm playing off stream, I just kind of click the button and don't read it to myself. But yeah, let's go send out a raid to... Oh, I just recently raided. Screw it. We're doing it again. We're going to raid out Demon King again. Because he's playing the new Super Mario RPG. And I like it. And I want to see more of it. And for those of you that don't know him, he is also a game developer. So he's got his own games that he's working on. I'm going to try and get some sleep. Thank you, LavaBot. For everybody that came in, I appreciate you being here. I'm glad you stopped by. Zelda, thanks for the raid. Thanks for introducing so many people to me. Thanks for the new followers. Hope to see you guys back sometime soon. We're going to be playing a little bit more of this during the week, and then on Saturday, I'm usually available on Saturdays, I'm going to do a different one-off because I don't like to get burdened with a single type of game. So we play this through the week for an amount of time until we don't want to play it anymore, and then we play something different on Saturdays, sorry. But until then, take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.